Good morning. It is Friday, May 31st. Beautiful day. Oh, just been in project mode, switching everything over to, spring, summer, fall mode. That includes all kinds of things, a lot of yard work. Stuff with the power system, stuff with the water system, switching over to the solar thermal water. Getting my solar panel back on the roof for the attic fan. Getting the solar panels flattened out for summer sun that rides higher. In the winter I have that at a really steep angle. I got to clean off the glass, my solar thermal panel, get this hook back all up, and bled of air. I drain it every fall so all of my hose doesn't burst. And then when I first fill it up, I fill it up with hot water, and that kind of brings all the seals back to life. It wastes basically the whole tank of water. It basically eats up all 40 gallons filling this. It was like 450, yeah, that's what it was, 450 foot of black hose. And then this didn't fit in the glass, so I just kind of string this along there, and it still gets some sun. But yeah, if you've never seen this, it's powered. It has its own solar panel. It's tucked behind here. It's a 25 watt polycrystalline solar panel that runs the water pump in the basement, and I have it placed in the back corner of this panel so it doesn't start running the pump until the sun's already been on the hose for some time. It gives it a chance to warm up, even with dirty glass and a bunch of grass and dirt and shit all over this. That's already pretty hot to the touch. So like just about now you can see where the shadow is coming across. So just about now the pump would be real slowly starting to circulate some of this water that's beginning to warm up from the sun. And that goes to and from the tank, warms up the tank, gets that up to 110, 115 every day. It's always fun in the spring going around bringing everything back to life. It's always a crazy adventure getting my Frankenstein lawnmower running again and cleaning up the yard. I had every year I got to do something crazy. I changed the bearings in the deck. I'd put a different motor on it. I found a 16 horse Briggs IC twin, threw that on here. That thing's just a freaking monster. So she goes through everything now, but it didn't fit the old gas tank, so I had to rob a gas tank off a Predator motor and just kind of self-tapped it into the lid there. My neighbor's got a cool canister John Deere one that's gonna go here, and that'll be way cooler. And then I am gonna make side pipes or something for this. Whatever. It's my little rat rod lawnmower. It's my project, and I don't care what you think about it. Bringing this back to life. Dumped out the old varnish just junk gas. Man, this new corn gas is just crazy. 1 year, it's just toast. That was brand new gas exactly a year ago. Anyways, dumped that out, blew out the fuel lines, got new gas in it, dumped a little bit in the carb, letting that soak in, spun it a few times. I'll clean up the spark plug and she'll fire. I just got to clean up the tines, and and I can go to town on the gardens. It's time to get them turned. I got all the seeds starting in the greenhouse. And some of them are ready to go out there and get planted. The beans, cucumbers, we already got potato seeders. Hey girls. Chickens are happy as can be. Making lots of eggs. We'll get, I don't know, 8 to 12 eggs a day. That's a pineapple. Isn't that cool? My wife snapped the top off a pineapple like a year ago and dropped it in a pot, and it grew into this thing, and then this thing started poking out of it early this spring. We brought it out here, and it's growing a darn pineapple. How about that? Pretty cool. Yeah, these are veggie seeds, and wow, y'all, they are taking off. Wow. Did I just check this yesterday afternoon? They like, okay, yeah, they're growing fast. These are almost all ready to go. These are peas, beans, cucumbers, zucchinis, lettuce, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, basil coming up, parsley coming up, cauliflower coming up, peppers, sweet peppers, jalapenos, habaneros coming up, no broccoli coming up yet, tomatoes coming up, romas, beef steaks. What else we got? Oh, jack-o'-lanterns, lavender. Yeah, so that's everything that we seeded. And the asparagus has already been growing real nice. We've been harvesting out of that probably twice a week. Raspberries, the wild raspberries that I transplanted from the woods to a garden bed, spread real good. It didn't make any fruit last year. It looked like it was gonna die, honestly, but it's starting to take real nice. So I do have a lot of work, so I gotta not talk my fool head off. Time to get the boats ready to go up north. Well, my boat. This one's my buddy's. We're gonna do a little switcheroo with the gardens. We've done potatoes here forever. We're gonna do cucumbers there and potatoes here. Just switch it up for a year. I don't know, just for fun. We did peas here last year. Maybe I'll do the beans out here and I'll do the peas in the main garden. But yeah, you can see over here the raspberries are taking off real nicely. This is all raspberries, so they're spreading. They're eventually going to take over this whole box, and they're going to try to spread outside of it, but I'll just have to mow around it to keep them in the box. But yeah, as you can see, I got work to do. I'm going to turn all of this, get all these weeds out of here, and get all these boxes turned, and the main garden turned. I got to get my owl back up on my post. Keep the damn groundhogs and rabbits out of here. I got a wheelbarrow, a couple loads of the stuff from the chicken run, just the dirt inside of their run. It's just all it's mulch, it's clippings from chainsawing, wood chips, and their poop. So I'll throw that in there, till that in, and give it a real good water and let the sun cook it, and for another day, and Sunday we'll plant. So back to work. I'm gonna keep playing with this. Oh, and this is, oh darn it, I let it well, may as well let it down while I'm standing here. The flagpole. This flagpole has been up, oh geez, probably 5 years. I cut this out of the woods, dragged it out, limbed it. Pretty straight, but it finally, the bottom rotted off and it was just about to fall over, and I got to it in time to lower the flag and safely get that folded and stored before the pole came down. And but oops, oh no, oh jeez, great. Well, anyways, but the pole is still good. The bottom rotted off. I'm gonna cut, 2 or so inches. Yeah, just like these bottom 2 inches. I'll cut like 3 inches off of it. Bottom little bit, just a little bit punky. I'll lop that off, and then I'm gonna peel the bark off of all the rest of this, because it's got some really cool marks underneath it. All the rest of it is still good wood, but the ash borers carve some really neat stuff into it. So I'm gonna peel it. So I've been soaking it. It softens up the bark, and it, literally just peels right off. The wetter you get, it just comes right off. And then I'll let it dry all the way out, and then I'm gonna treat it with waste oil, just waste motor oil. Couple layers of that, and the bugs will stay away from it, and that'll keep the rot off. And then I just gotta I gotta dig a new hole and mix a little concrete, and I'll stand the pole back up, and it'll be nice and smooth, so it'll be easier on the flags. The flags will last longer with the bark. It was catching the flags, and it was ripping them up really fast. So I think it'll look nicer, and the flags will last longer. So, okay, I'm gonna keep working. All right, well, it is Monday morning. It's been a couple days since we started this video. I was gonna call this done and ready, but I decided I wanted to put a little bit more compost on it, so I made one last trip to the yard waste site, and I'm gonna spread this around, rake it off real nice, and it's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow, so hopefully that'll, this is all fresh compost, so that'll, I'm hoping that gets some of the microbial life from the compost and kind of brings this back to life, because this was, formed from the same compost. I scraped all this dirt out of here and brought probably a dozen truckloads back. But we've gardened in it for 10 years, and I think we pretty well stripped the soil pretty clean. So I want to put some back in and try to re-spark the microbial life, and get some good healthy soil again. I'll get this in, and then I'll probably make up a batch of to feed my soil. When you're doing organic gardening, you don't fertilize, you don't feed the plants, you feed the soil, and then the soil feeds the plants. Speaking of feeding, I need my coffee. So you want to feed the microbial life, the bacteria in your soil, and then its waste is what feeds the plants, and that's absolutely the best, most optimal. That's the way all this stuff was designed. So I'll take 5 gallons of distilled water, and I'll add in a whole container of molasses, blackstrap molasses, just whatever, no fancy flavor or anything like that, just original, you know, your old schooly blackstrap molasses, and mix that in, and then some Epsom salt, and that'll feed the molasses. The potassium and the calcium in the molasses will feed the plants, will feed the soil the right stuff so that the microbes can feed your plants. And the Epsom salt is pure magnesium sulfate that will break down any toxins in the soil and help that to rinse away. You know, toxins can crystallize and they can build up and store in your soil, and then it's released every time it's rained. So the Epsom salt, the magnesium sulfate, helps break down those crystals so it can rinse away. So long story short, I'm gonna empty this off and rake it off, and then if it's not already raining, I think I can get some plants in here. I want to get the beans in over here. I want to get the cucumbers in over there, and then anything else that's ready to go on the ground. I think the potatoes can go in too. So, all right, stay tuned. All right, we got the stuff that was overgrowing. It's a spot in the greenhouse, all planted last night, and then a little bit this morning. Got beans in, peas. I got cabbage, Brussels sprouts, zucchini, and lettuce in, and then I got the potatoes in. Next I'm doing cucumbers, and I don't know, well, we'll see what else is ready. I think the tomatoes are ready to go in. They'll end up over there. Peppers we'll probably do here. Oh, actually, maybe we'll switch that because I want to move it around. I like kind of moving everything around every year. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Get a little bit more, get the rest of the plants in here, and we got light scattered showers for the next couple days, so it's kind of going to be perfect. Get a nice real slow soak, and having this fresh compost on top of here. I got my molasses mix in there, so that'll reignite the microbial life in the old dirt. I think we're gonna have a good season. So sorry I got long-winded. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. God bless you.